level showcases itself. Finally.
Uh, Isaiah, what's up, brother?
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, bro?
All right. Thank you for joining us, man. We're happy to have you. I know that you're going to be fighting Kevin Johnson, so it's going to be the battle of the Johnsons, man.
Oh shit, KJ.
How'd this fight come about?
um, I mean, we were supposed to. My promoter had mentioned them in August, but like I don't know what happened. But I knew I just stayed ready because the fight was going to come about again. So, I mean, I just stayed ready, and he mentioned the fight to me. And it was that I was ready to take it.
Now, have you watched tape on Kevin, and what's your thoughts, on him as an opponent? Rodney, can you mute yourself or use headphones? That's why I didn't let you on because it's gonna give feedback. Y'all in the same place?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need headphones. Uh, so I was asking, have you watched tape of him, and what do you think of Kevin Johnson as an opponent?
Yeah, I have seen him. I have seen sparring clips. I have seen fights. I feel like he's a good opponent. Actually, yeah, he can fight. I feel like he can fight, but I feel like him being as though he is, that he's going to bring the best out of me. So I appreciate him for taking the fight, and yeah, I'm going to do my thing like always.
So what is it like? How do you know that you're ready for this particular step up? Kevin is certainly experienced. You know, I consider him high level. He hasn't won the big fight, but he spars regularly with all the elites here in Vegas. I mean, he's gotten rounds with Carmel Moulton, Shakur Stevenson, Tank. I mean, the list
Yeah,
goes on. Obviously, would want that to translate into the ring, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
yeah,
But he does have experience, man. So
yeah.
how do
I
you
mean,
know you're ready? Ultimately, the question is, how do you know you're ready for him?
I know I'm ready because listen, I've been doing this all my life too. I've been in there with world champions too. Like, I feel like that it means something, but my experience is just as much as his, and I feel like my skill set and where I'm at right now is on a different level.
So what can you tell us, man? Where are you originally from, and what got you into this sport?
I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and what got me into boxing was my parents, my dad and my uncle. They twins, and they was boxing back in their day, and yeah, I just took it from there. They taught me how to fight, and I just went to the gym one day, and the rest is history.
And how many amateur fights do you have?
I have about an estimate about 110 maybe.
Oh wow. Okay, lot of amateur experience. So
Yeah.
why I don't know how to phrase that, but that's a lot of experience. Why haven't we
Hello.
seen you on the biggest scene yet?
Did it freeze?
No, I'm good. Did you freeze? I hear you perfect. Isaiah? All right. In the meantime, Rodney, can you hear us clear?
I hear you loud and clear. It might have been his Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So how are you, man?
Maybe
For those that don't know, this
doing
is
great.
Rodney Rice, promoter for RDR Promotions. He has a lot of Jesse Hart cards on there normally. Isaiah, it looks like your service went bad, but
Yeah.
you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So I was just gonna ask Rodney a few questions. Obviously, Rodney, this is your card, man. So I did want to ask you, how'd you get this fight made? For Johnson, was it easy for him to accept this? Obviously, guys on Johnson's level don't really want to always fight prospects. They're looking for that championship fight. How'd you convince Kevin to take this fight with your up and coming, talent?
Yeah, no, thank you for that question. I think what you were getting at was like, hey, Isaiah, with all that experience, Why haven't we seen you? Why don't I know you better?
That's what I
I
was.
think that's
That's what I was getting at. He
yeah,
didn't hear me with the Wi-Fi, but yes, that was it because I
yeah,
know Thurman had like 120 amateur fights. So to have
right.
110, that's a lot. Like,
It's a lot of fighters out there that's like that that didn't have access to go to the nationals or and things like that. Sometimes things happen in people's lives where they're unable to make those journeys as well. But getting back to I think you asked the question of how did I put this together? You know, uh, Isaiah, he's been looking for a big challenge this year. He's been getting ready. He wasn't ready before. Mentally and physically. We had to let his body come into itself, let him get a little more confidence and get used to being in the ring. And he did some things this year with TCL. He took some fights on some tough opponents, that their records don't really speak to how they fight in the ring. And the sparring that he gets, and the family that he's from. He's from a fighting family, man. Now here Albright is his brother. He has another older brother that fought. You probably don't know. He has a father and an uncle, twins that were professional fighters. So it was just about him building coming into himself and feeling himself and being confident enough to take a fight like this. Now on the other side, me and a gentleman named Junior Santiago, we were working together because I wanted to put something together nice for this kid, so this kid can show that he's not only a good fighter but that he's special. And I hear you say that this guy, type of experience he has and how good he is, and that's exactly why he was chosen. It's for Isaiah to show people who he really is.
nah, man. It definitely has my attention. These are the type of fights, Obviously, we can't watch everybody. In the middleweight division, there's 1,500 fighters. I think in the super middleweight, there's 2,000. So we as much as I want to see everyone, I can't. But my phrase is, I watch you when I gotta watch you. You fighting Kevin Johnson, I gotta watch you now. So I'm excited and happy to have you on the show. I do want to ask though, Isaiah, what is your go-to punch? Like we know Tank, has that left hand.
Yeah.
Canelo, same thing. He's a left hooker to the body. What would you say is your go-to punch?
To be honest, I like to throw all my punches. I like hooks. I like uppercuts. I feel like it depends on what the opponent is open for. It's gonna be my go-to punch.
And I heard Rodney say that you're Nahir Albright's brother, like
Yeah, that's my
blood
big
brother.
brother.
You guys are full-blown brothers.
Yeah, same mom, same dad, same household, all that.
Nice, man. That's so. How was that upbringing? I mean, two boxers. You guys motivate each other or what?
Definitely. He literally is like my role model. I take after his footsteps. He give me gems, give me jewels all the time, and he just lay 'em on me, man. That's why I'm here today. He is a big part why I'm here right now.
Nice, man. That's dope. I wanted that Colbert fight. That fell apart, right? We
Uh,
still want that.
yeah,
How you
yeah.
think he was gonna do versus Colbert?
He was gonna stop Colbert.
You think
He was gonna
Colbert
stop
is
Colbert.
you think it's the power of Albright or you think Colbert just is chinny?
It's just Albright's just different. Like he's just different. It's just different. It's just different, bro. He's just a different type of fighter, bro. Colbert,
Being
he not on that.
Go ahead, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Albright's just different. I don't know. I just see him stopping Colbert easy.
Since that's your brother, I gotta ask, man, what you think of Keyshawn's performance? Because they kind of intertwined with that fight. People thought that was Keyshawn's toughest fight, and then there's the whole
Yeah, definitely.
controversy.
You see what Keyshawn doing to everybody else he fight. When he fought my brother, it was none of that. It was none of that. So that
So,
goes to show you, like, what type fighter my brother is.
what did you think of Keyshawn's last performance, though?
Last fight, no, he looked sharp. He looked like the regular Keyshawn Davis. He looked sharp. He's a great fighter.
Nice. So there's gonna be an NABA title. This is with Damon Gonzalez, right, from Florida? Is that the NABA? Rodney?
Um,
Yes, Gonzalez from
Yep. Yep. Okay. So you're gonna have an NABA title on the line. This is a regional. This gets you ranked. You know they work very closely with the WBA and the WBC. Yeah, man. What's your thoughts? So is this your first regional title or no?
Yeah, this is my first regional title, man. I'm excited. It brought me up a notch. Like this training camp, it made me train even harder for this, cause I'm not letting this slip out my hands. I'm not letting nobody take this from me.
Nah, yeah. I mean, this is certainly the biggest step up based off your box
Hmm.
rec. Like
Yeah.
Kevin is going to be a step up. But Rodney said that you were in TCL. How many fights did you have? You know, because they only
Uh.
show rounds, and I know it's only
I
one
had
round, but I don't know if that meant you fought that many times or not.
Nah. I fought 14 times in
Okay.
TCL.
Oh, so this
Yeah.
is true. I see all these. Okay. How was that experience?
Nah, it was fun doing it with my family. It was fun. I did it with my brother was in it and my cousin Quadir Albright was in it, and we was just fighting together. It was a real fun experience. That one round, excitement, having the crowd all hype, like it was fun. Definitely fun.
So is it one round twice? Because on BoxRec it's listed the same day, one round each fight.
Okay, so like sometimes it depends on like how many people it is on their team. Sometimes they'll have you fighting twice one round, or some nights you could just fight once. It depends on like how they set up the bout sheet and all that.
Nice. So it was a good experience for you because of the activity. What would you say is the best thing that you took away from that?
Um, I think just the fun of it. Like I felt the fun of the sport again. Like just doing that, it kept me busy, it kept me sharp, but like it was most important, it was fun. Like I had fun doing it.
Bad. I got a couple of questions from the people here, and we'll get you out of here. We got Mr. Benny Hinn. This is a banger fight and a good step up. How many amateur bouts did you have? And what's the biggest difference in training for the amateurs to the pros? So you answered that you have about 110 amateur fights. So what do you think is the difference training for amateurs and pros?
The difference is you gotta train for longer rounds. You gotta prepare for round like long rounds, and it get more serious than the amateurs. Like you have to take your craft serious, or you can get hurt in the ring. Like that, the pros ain't no game.
For sure. I got Toledo Treese in Ohio that says, what is the hardest thing to cut from your diet while making weight?
Uh, I would probably say chips. Chips probably the hardest.
Potato chips?
Yeah, potato chips.
Which one's your favorite? I like Lay's salted. What about you?
I like Doritos. I like the purple bag, to be
Okay.
exact.
I got Demo from Houston. I watched all your TCL fights. I'm a big fan. Question: how many times a week do you run, and what's your go-to camp meals? Camp meals.
Um, well, my weekly run, like I sprint. I probably sprint 3 times out the week, and then run maybe 3-2. Like I break them up. Like I do sprints and I run. I do sprints and I run. And my go-to meals, salmon and spinach. Shout out to
Mm,
Rice. He put me
nice.
on that. He put me on game.
So salmon and spinach with what?
That's it. Salmon and
Oh, so
spinach.
just get full off protein. No, I hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you. Salmon and spinach. You said salmon and spinach.
Yes.
Demo with another one. He says, "Do you consider yourself a boxer puncher or a box? No, excuse me. Do you consider yourself a boxer puncher or a boxer that punches?" Which makes no sense. They both sound like the same thing.
Nah, I consider myself definitely a boxer puncher. Like my boxing skills are like A1. Like I feel like I'm a boxer at heart, but like I can punch, so like I guess I'm a boxer puncher.
We got Octo that says, "Greetings, champ. What's your favorite music artist? And give me one movie I should watch."
My favorite music artist, I would say right now will be Lil Durk, and a movie that you should watch is Home Alone because Christmas coming up.
Nice. We got Isaiah. He says, "What's up, Isaiah?" No, he's saying, "What's up, Isaiah?" So this is Sean. What's up, Isaiah? What is your favorite Thanksgiving dinner, and what is your favorite side dish? Much love and all the best. Tuning in from Los Angeles.
My favorite Thanksgiving dinner, I would say um baked mac and cheese and turkey. And the side, I like cranberry sauce. I ain't gonna lie, cranberry sauce is my favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving. That
Nice.
cranberry sauce and yams.
Shout out to Tone. We got Ali and Dago that says, "What's up, Isaiah? Who are your top three favorite fighters of all time?"
Um, uh, Damn, that's hard. Of all time, I would say Floyd. Um, I've been kind of hooked on Sugar Ray Robinson lately. Like he just recently became one of my favorites, and probably Pacquiao.
Okay, nice, nice. So let me double check on the other side. I think Tree slid in another one, and he says, "What is your favorite brand of gloves, and what weight do you plan on winning your first world title?"
My favorite brand would be Dukes or Grants, cause that's the only brand I fought in. And my weight, I plan on winning one at 140. Where I am now.
No, sometimes you guys start and you just get big, you grow. I
Not
mean, you're you're,
yeah.
you're only 22.
I plan on staying down 140, win the title.
140 is a nice division, man.
Yeah, I'm right with
Hopefully,
them guys.
hopefully you can do your thing versus Kevin. I mean, it says you have a
Mhm.
70% knockout ratio. My co-hosts like to believe that people with 70% tend to get more knockouts than people with 65 and less.
They're
You
real
know,
knockout punchers.
there you go. That's him, Marcos. But Isaiah, those are all the questions. I am gonna stick around and talk to Rodney a little bit and talk about the promotion. But please give out your social media for anybody that isn't following. You can do so.
All right, y'all can find me at Zay Montana, ZAE Montana with two A's at the end and one underscore. And I want to give a shout out to RDR Promotions for making this fight happen. I want to give a shout out to y'all for having me here. And
Spell
yeah,
that.
I'm
Spell
just
that
grateful.
Instagram again, please.
ZAEMONTANNA with one underscore. Zay Montana, one underscore.
All right. Well, appreciate you, champ. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it with your promoter. Thanks for coming on. We look to get you back on after the win.
Okay,
All
for
right.
sure, for
I
sure.
am gonna get your opponent on though, cause I fuck with Kevin. I gotta get him on here.
Okay, for
All
sure.
right. There you have it,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen. Isaiah Johnson. Rodney, man, how are you? Thanks for coming on. Do want to obviously talk to you, man. A lot of competition in Philadelphia, and you seem to still be doing your thing. This is a very good fight. How can we watch this one?
BXNG.TV will be streaming it, or you can
Okay,
come, or you can actually get on the plane, come on out to Harris Casino, Philadelphia Harris Casino in Chester.
nice. So this is in the Harris Casino. Um,
Yeah.
how'd that relationship come about? And you know, do you plan on sticking around? I see that one of your, I don't know, I don't want to call him a rival, was more like a friendly promoter. Is it Jeter Promotions uses the live casino a lot?
Yeah, he uses live. He's in Maryland.
Maryland,
I'm in.
yeah.
Yeah, we're a few hours away from each other. So yeah, Jeter's all right with me. We used to talk all the time when he used to come to 2300 when I was doing shows there. But I've been doing shows at the Harris now, I think for about 2 years. We have a good relationship. They even allow me to be the person that screens anyone that comes there for any type of boxing. Like Celebrity Boxing is there. You know, me and Damon talked first on what he was going to do and all that kind of stuff, and then they allowed it. They allowed me to clear it and for it to happen there. So that's a good. I
Nice.
like that type of relationship because I was at another place, a venue that I tried to do the same thing with, and another promotion came in and it wasn't done well, and it was a fight. A lot of things got tore up or whatever else, and I was associated with that. It wasn't my show, so that's why I asked people. Venue, I respect the venue lets me come in and vet who they have coming in behind me if I'm going to be there.
So doors open at 6. General admission $75 and reserve tables 100. Ringside 130. And it's on BXNG. That shout out to Adam Glenn, right? That's the owner of that,
Yeah,
right? Shout out to Adam, man. And I see obviously you have Damon Gonzalez in the NBA, associated with this event as well. What happened with the Colbert and Albright fight? We end up seeing Colbert on Pro Box, and now he suffered a loss, so we might not even get that Albright fight now.
probably not. I'll give you my truth, okay? And I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not good at sugarcoating anyway. So
Yeah.
everybody, Cobra called me, a couple weeks before the fight, and said I broke my hand, and I said, okay, send in the proper paperwork. He sent in paperwork um, with no address of where he went, no phone number for the commissioner to call, and of course the commission wanted to place him on suspension because we asked for proper paperwork, a phone number and the doctor's name, who you went to, what's the address of the establishment that you went to. None of that was on it, and he went dark. We couldn't get it. Couldn't get him. About a little couple weeks later, he was in Philly sparring at Danny Garcia's gym. So he was placed on suspension, but then he called back. I guess somebody called in and said he doesn't have a license there, so you can't suspend him because he hadn't done his license paperwork yet. So due to a technicality, he was out of the suspension and went on
So
to
then he
fight on
took
it.
the Pro Box fight. Do you think it was just simply he felt it was a better opportunity because of the television,
Sure.
or it was more money?
Sure, it probably was a better opportunity. I don't know why he thought it was a better opportunity. If he would have talked to me about it, I mean, we could have talked about it. And okay, I never hold fighters back from better opportunity. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to give opportunity, especially to young men of color. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm prejudiced because I do have other people on my shows, but I just noticed that there's a tremendous amount of young black men who don't get on because it's so many. So I give those opportunities. So I would never stop him from having an opportunity. I just thought he could have done that a little more professionally.
So you've been doing this for some time now. Danny Garcia's getting involved in Philadelphia promoting.
Yep.
What sort of advice can you give a guy, starting out? Because I feel like you develop fighters time and time again, and then the bigger promotion either takes your fighter or you're forced to sign a co-promotion with that bigger promoter to allow your fighter to move on. How are you okay just being the developer, or do you have dreams and aspirations of one day being the Bob Arams and the Eddie Hearns and
I'm one of those guys. I do boxing. Boxing's my hobby. It just spread it out. I actually started this due to I had a fighter who's now God rest his soul. He's dead now. I was one of the coaches for Sam Tay.
Oh,
He
okay.
was
Damn, he got a call. I know Samuel Tay.
this. I'm sorry, someone just called on my phone. The whole reason I did the show was because he wanted to, make some extra dollars, get a, easy fight, and so he could do a camp and we could do it. There was a couple things behind it. So I did a show. So I'll do a show because I traveled around with a friend of mine named David Feldman. He does bare knuckle fighting
Yep.
championships. One of my closest friends. And I was with him for many years, traveling around learning the game. I said he gave me a date at 2300. I put it on, put Sam as a main event, and the fight. I mean, they had to push the doors closed. There was so many people outside. The place was overpacked, and things grew from there.
How many does the 2300 hold? Because I seen a lot of shows there.
It holds about. It's supposed to be about 900, but we had about 1400 that night, and we had to close the doors with people still outside. around the corner, so that first show. So of course, one thing led to, and then COVID hit 3 days later. But I still did a show in December and about 11 shows in 2021. So we spread it pretty quickly, And to answer your question, I'm pretty content where I am and what I'm doing. This is a hobby. It's not my bread and butter, but it has treated me well, But I enjoy putting these guys on, seeing a smiley face. There's ups and downs. Some guys, you know, you have those that try to take advantage or whatever, and you don't, and the outcome is not the best. But I enjoy what I do. I'm content where I am, and no, I don't have aspirations of being a Bow Baron. If opportunity came along, and that's where I'm taken, sure. If it's a good opportunity, we did a large show at the Met just in August. It was a pretty big show. We had I was glad to see Bo Mack and Red on the. They had a gentleman by the name of, what was his name, Montavious
Oh,
or
yes,
or oh
Griffin.
man,
Griffin, last name Griffin with the
yes,
dreads. Dark skin,
yeah,
tall
yeah,
welterweight, very tall welterweight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
yes,
fighting on DAZN in a couple days.
yep.
It's
He
gonna
was
be
on the
on
card.
Boxing Insider card. But it's streamed on DAZN this time.
Yeah, he has a good story, man. I mean, they put him in jail for a crime he didn't commit for like a year in solitary confinement or some stuff, man.
Mm.
So he has a good little story behind him. So, but yeah, I hope I answered your question. I don't know if there's another part.
Nah, for sure, for sure. It's just, I wanted to make sure, and that's cool that you're content, but sometimes you build these guys up, and then you're not able to take them to the next level because the bigger box promoter snatches them up. But yeah, man, I mean, it's good that you've gotten into it to help people out.
Mhm.
I didn't know that Teal was a draw like that, man. We've had him on the show before he passed away a few times, man. I rock with, obviously, Sarafina, and she was handling some portions of him at one point. So, yeah, man, he's a good guy. Was a good guy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Tay was a real big draw here. Yeah, we did about 3 or 4 shows together, and they come out for me. I mean, it was at least 200 people every time, when he came out, when he was on my show.
So what's next for Albright now that the Colbert fight is not on the table? Because we need to get him back active and see, can you build him into that Keyshawn rematch before it gets too far apart. I mean, Keyshawn just had a really good performance, so people aren't going to be thinking about an Hill Albright rematch unless he starts to equally put on performances like this.
I don't think there would ever be a Nahir Albright, Keyshawn Davis rematch unless we built into we get ranked in a sanctioning body that he cares about. Nahir is slated to be on my show with his brother. December 7th.
Okay.
And we're going to keep building. We're going to keep, me and Nahir have some business to handle, and we're trying to we're trying to get it together. But business is business, so it has to be taken care of properly. So, when we get those things straight, I think Nahir, I can get Nahir back on track. But I really don't know about him having a rematch. He's kind of in that area that the new Ray Robinson was trapped in. He was so good that no big promotion wanted to take a chance with him on their money guy. Yet people don't know him enough, and then he's not being demanded. So it's not like he's putting those butts in seats or he's some type of pay-per-view guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get caught there where no one wants to take a chance and lose. Too good but not good enough, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a difficult
Definitely
place to be.
understand.
Yeah.
Well, what can you tell us about Jesse Hart, man? Is he with PBC or is he with you? Because you seem to get him more fights than Premier Boxing
Oh, I
Champion.
washed my hands of Jesse. We washed our hands of each other
Oh,
about a
okay.
year. Yeah. Jesse's doing his thing. He's on a upcoming card. He's fighting on Teflon's card. That's a friend of mine. I hope they do well over there. I mean, it looks good. And he's keeping him active. So I wish him nothing but the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those are all my questions, Rodney, man. We'd love to get you back on after the show just to talk about the
Yep.
success. Yeah, man, let everybody know where they can find you. And well, I do have one more for people that want to fight. Is it a ticket selling situation? How's that work?
People who want to come, who want to see the fight.
No, that want to fight on your card, like fighters. You know, we get fighters all the time that don't have promoters, and they're like, "Oh, you just had this
Oh yeah.
promoter on." You know, so is it a based off ticket
This is
sales?
there's a couple. This is the way I put it to keep it simple with people. I tell them there's two piles. Over here you have your picks of wins and who you want to fight, and over here you have a pile of money. I said if you want the money over here, fight who I tell you to fight. If you want to pick and choose who you want to fight, take a little bit of the money. You know what I mean, and leave the rest on the table, and we'll get you the guy you want to fight.
For
So there's
sure.
ways that can be done. Right. I just tell them don't come grabbing both because then I'll look at you as greedy.
All right, Rodney. Well, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me at RDR_boxing. Um, and you can see our shows at bxng.tv. That's December 7th. And if you want to visit us, you can come to the Philadelphia Harris at Chester. We'll
What
be there December 7th and coming right back at you February 7th.
what is the
February,
cost of
February
the
1st.
show in terms of the pay per view, or is it a free subscription? How is BXNG work?
Free subscription. The cost of the fight is $14.99. We're going to have about a good 11, 12 fights for you, as I always do. I always try to pack it up.
All right.
And we have
Well,
some good names. And we have Stephen Grandy of the Grandy Twins doing his hometown debut on this card. We got Devin Price coming back. We have
what?
Frankie.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I didn't know one of the Grandy twins was on there. Oh my God, I only
Yeah.
know him. I only know his peoples as G. I don't know if
You got
he.
Daniel Grandy, which is Daniel is the dad. Then you got Daniel Grandy Jr. and you have Stephen Grandy. Daniel Grandy was on my show in August at the Met, and Stephen is on this one coming up December 7th. So they light it up too, man. They're very explosive, very good fighters, man, and great guys to talk to. So got an interesting show coming up.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you too.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Promoter from Philadelphia, Rodney Rice. Wanted to get him on. He's been